Hey my friends, this is Daniel Alley, and today I want to talk with you about how I found my millionaire mentor. But in order to take you there, I have to talk about how I first began my journey. I was a 21-year-old kid, and I remember reading books that changed my life. Started with the Bible, then I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, then I heard Earl Nightingale, and I thought to myself, these books, these thoughts, these people are changing my life. Then I told myself, if I can find any mentors that can guide me along the way, it would change my life. So I started looking within my home. I looked at my parents and I asked myself, could they actually help me to become a millionaire? Could they actually help me to become a success? I looked into their lives, and even though my parents had taught me a lot, I realized that they couldn't take me to a certain point that I wanted to reach. Then I looked at where I worked. I was a suit salesman. And I asked myself, can these people help me to become the best version of myself? Now there were a lot of people who were making six figures. In fact, I met a couple people making seven figures. But every time I asked them mentorship questions, they basically offered me a job. Now this was great, but I knew to myself, I didn't want to work for other people. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Then I looked outside of my work. I looked into church, and I saw my preacher talking to all these people, but I asked myself, do I want to be like that? The answer was no. Even though I wanted to practice my beliefs, I did not want to be a preacher. Then I looked at my professors and I asked myself, do I want to be like a professor, working for tenure, stuck within a school system, doing exactly what the curriculum wanted them to do? And obviously the answer was no. So as I kept on reading hundreds of books, I realized that there were limitations in these books. I thought to myself, man, if people at work can't mentor me, people at church or at home or at school can't mentor me, then what am I going to do? I eventually started looking for workshops and seminars, and I asked myself, if I could talk to the speakers and have a conversation with them, because many of them were successful, then maybe I could actually have them as my mentor. But after I kept asking them questions, I realized that these are one-off conversations. They didn't last long. No one was sticking with me. And then I realized something that would change my life. There are only three ways to have a mentor. First, I would have to read books, but I already did that, and I experienced a great plateau. Second, I would have to work for someone, but then I would have to be employed, which would take a lot of time. Or third, I would have to hire a mentor. In exchange for money, they would give me all of their lessons, which is what I ended up doing. You see, when I hired my mentor, I had to make a great commitment, not only with my money, but with my time and my energy. I had to put aside my ego and realize, Daniel, you don't know everything. You need someone that is experienced that can help you. And when I came to that realization, I was ready to make the commitment. Now he was charging me in a 5-figure range, and I thought to myself, man, that's a lot of money for a short period of time. But once I made that decision, I went all in. You see, I had to sell my car. It was my first Mercedes. That was hard to do. I had to use credit. I barely had enough money, but I had to make it work. And I had to eventually make that payment. And instead of making $2,000 to $3,000 a month, I instantly found out what I had to do to make tens of thousands of dollars per month. It changed my life because it changed the way I saw myself. It changed the way I saw the world. It changed the way I operated in my own business, and it helped me to get organized in everything I was doing. So the reason why I'm telling you this today is because so many people ask me for mentorship. They want it for free. And even though I share all the techniques I have on my videos, and I have it in my books as well, I want you to know that I have personal mentorship that you can access right now. All you need to do is write me at info@danielalley.com or message me on Instagram @DanielAlleyway. You see, my friends, you need a millionaire mentor in order to reach the next level of your success. You have everything you need in order to succeed. And if you felt like you've read the books, you've watched the videos, you've learned as much as you could learn on your own, and you need someone to guide you one-on-one, then just write me at info@danielalley.com. I want to be there to guide you. And I want you to know that there's a lot of people out there, not only me, who can give you the instructions that you need in order to reach your destiny. So there you go, my friends. I just shared with you how I found my millionaire mentor. The question is, what are you going to do to find yours? Again, this is Daniel Ali. I look forward to your massive success, and I look forward to watching you become the greatest version of yourself. See you on the next video. Take care.